New Year's Eve just around the corner, Eureka Springs pulling out all the stops to ring in 2025. Joining us today, Sean Paul from Intrigue Theater. He's one of the hosts of that night. So we're going to get into all these magical details of this unforgettable night. Hey, Sean, thanks for being here.
Well, good morning and Merry Christmas. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So before we get started, just fill me in a little bit on what you guys do there at Intrigue Theater.
Well, my wife and I started it almost 15 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, and we've always been enamored with the haunted nature of Eureka Springs.
Sure.
And so we created a magic show
Yeah.
called Intrigue Theater, and we take all these mysteries that you may have heard about. We do experiments with voodoo and mind over matter, past life regression. We're very excited about this new segment that we have. It's Nikola Tesla, and he believed that you could actually transmit not just wireless communication. He thought you could transmit matter, and we do an experiment with that. Yeah, you're kind of seeing that in there right now. Yeah, this is the sparks fly. The box explodes, my wife vanishes and reappears in the audience.
Oh, man, I'd love to see that.
So,
Why do you think people are drawn to Eureka Springs' kind of supernatural history there?
Well, the crown jewel of the town is naturally the Crescent Hotel.
Sure,
Right? I mean, there's so much national acclaim. My wife and I have actually hosted the seance there for many Halloween nights, which is super exciting. In fact, they're doing a lockdown on January 7th where they lock down, turn off the lights, and people go ghost hunting. So it's an epicenter of paranormal activity, right?
Yeah,
and,
super fun.
And so actually they were doing, they brought in an ad agency and they were going to do promo pictures. And the city showed me one of the pictures that they caught. There's a couple of actors kind of leaning out of one of the train cars.
I think we have this photo.
Okay,
We can bring it out.
and so they noticed over the shoulders.
Yeah.
And this wasn't, now if you zoom in,
you can see that.
see over the shoulder of that lady's shoulder, there's like a little boy. This isn't at the Crescent. This is on their 100-year-old train.
Oh my goodness.
And the city swears that train was empty. The ad agency said they took 10 pictures like this, and that boy was in 2 of those pictures.
Oh my
And they swear up and down that they did not doctor it, no Photoshop.
Yeah. So what
Goosebumps, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
it is. I'm
for
getting
sure.
goosebumps talking
Yeah.
about
For
it.
sure.
So people are going to want to be there for New Year's Eve. Fill us in
Right.
a little bit
Okay,
about
so
what's
like
happening.
in New York City, they dropped the ball and
Yeah.
it's a big deal outdoors. So they are closing down Spring Street and Main Street, and it's just going to be one giant party. They've zoomed in there.
There it is.
Nicely done, guys. You can see that little boy peering
my
over there.
goodness.
That's spooky. Okay, so up and down Spring Street, the bars will all be it'll be just nonstop energy.
Yeah.
We're gonna have outdoor bands in the band shell there with a laser light show.
Sure.
And then the way they drop the ball in New York City, we are gonna drop a water drop because it's the Springs, Eureka Springs.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get an idea
gonna
of
be
the
a blast.
vitality and the nightlife. The place will be electric.
Yeah.
And so we're actually doing a show at Intrigue Theater that day, 5:45, before all of this gets started. And laser light show, then that water ball drops. And
Yeah, it's going to be a full day of it.
Amazing.
All right, so you brought some stuff
Yes.
for us to participate
Let's see if we
with
can
you as
sneak
well.
this in. I've got
Okay.
a map of the Springs, okay?
Okay.
And that's what built the town, right? Now, I've
Sure.
circled one here, Magnetic Springs.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if you've been to Magnetic Springs, but it's like, it says on a placard, a bronze placard, that if you dip something metallic in the spring water,
Yes.
it becomes a magnet, short
Okay.
term. So I brought some water from, will you hold on to that,
Yeah,
Jason?
sure, yeah,
And
yeah.
Maybe in a moment, she and I are going to switch places here.
Okay.
I'm going to hold the water. So they say that you put something magnetic in the water, it becomes magnetized. Let's do a little experiment here.
Something
okay?
metal.
Okay.
Put
So
something metal in the
this is magnetic. Okay,
Oh, yeah,
that's
absolutely,
a magnet.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm making a mess here.
That's all right.
That's okay.
In a moment, I'm going to ask you to hold this over
Okay.
the, we're going to
Yes.
test the magnetic properties. Let's switch places.
Yes,
Let's
for sure.
do-si-do. All right, now I'm going to take the map of the
Yes.
springs just to get a kind of a seal like we did in school,
Sure, yeah.
You get a little, okay, now
Oh.
hold the bucket under there. I don't
Okay,
want
I'll
to make
see.
a mess in
Yeah,
the studio.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, can you hold that
Okay,
over
I'm
there?
just gonna
And
hold
now
it
let's
over.
see if the water will become, it may not work.
Should the
Oh my goodness. Look
Now
at that.
take the magnet away.
No.
Yo.
No.
Magnetic springs from, wait a second, this is a metal bucket.
Yeah, it is. What?
I didn't think that went
Yes.
through.
Yes.
How am I going to get that out of there?
Oh my gosh.
I think you're stuck with water in a bucket.
I am. I got to get
That's
a new
it.
bucket
Oh,
or
my
something.
goodness.
I don't know.
Oh, you got to check them out there on New Year's Eve. It's sure to be a blast for the whole family. Bash with a Splash. Thanks for being here.
My pleasure. We'll
From
see you
Intrigue
guys. We're
Theater.
doing shows at Intrigue Theater the next 3 nights as well.
All right.
5:45.
Got a lot going on. Go pay them a visit over there in Eureka Springs.